My name is Muhammad Hilmi bin Abdul Halim. My card matrix is H21A2282, and I will present about the data arrangement. Based on the appendix are given, namely neighbor force by age, round in the para, we have taken the data at random of 70 sample size. Based on the select data to find the number of the class is to use their formula 2k equal to n and 2 power which 6 equal to 128 and k equal to 7. To find the class intervals forward, use the formula plus with the equal to maximum M3 minus minimum M3 per which number of the class. Based on the data obtained, that 99 minus 30 and divide by 7, we get 69 divided by 7, and the answer is 9.85 and round up to 10. Next, we will go to the way to find the cumulative frequency of the last class equal to the sample size. The first cumulative frequency is the 13, and to find the second cumulative frequency, we need to add with the second cumulative frequency. The second cumulative frequency, which is the left, equal to the 25. To find the third cumulative frequency, we need to add 8 and equal to 33. And to find the fourth cumulative frequency, we need to add 10 to be 43. And the fifth cumulative frequency, we need to add by 5 to get the 48. And forget the sixth cumulative frequency, we need to add by 50 to get 63. For the last cumulative frequency, we need to add 7 to get 70. That's all from me, and I will left to another my friend to explain the next part. Thank you.
Thank you, Helmi. My name is Muhammad Ali Shakmal. My number matrix is H21A 2211. I will present about graphical method in part A. So the question is, develop a suitable graphical method to represent the data using graph paper or Excel, at least 2 graphs. Based on that question, our group has chosen 2 quantitative variable data, which is graph bar and OGIF. As we can see, this is the table of data that we will use to make graph bar. So in the table, we have 3 things, which is class, midpoint, and frequency. To find the midpoint, we have to take lower boundaries plus upper boundary and divided by 2. So we got midpoint data. Based on data, this is graph bar that we made. For the second graph, we choose to do a OGIF and still use the same data in this table. We have class, upper class boundary, frequency, and cumulative frequency. For upper class boundary, we need to plus 0.05. Meanwhile, to find cumulative frequency, we need to plus all in the frequency. For example, 13 plus 12, we got 25, and 25 plus 8, we will get 33 at cumulative frequency. So this is the OGIF graph for the labor force by age group in para that our group have made. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
For mean is a simple mathematical average of a set 2 or more numbers. This mean is the most common measure of central tendency. The mean of a particular set of numbers can be calculated in more than one way. One way is to divide the number of data entries by the number of the entries. So the formula for mean is mean equal to number of entries in sample divided by frequency of a class. The number of entries in sample is 4365 divided by the frequency of a class 70 equal to 62.36. Therefore, the mean for labor force by age in group in para 1982 to 219 was 62.30. The median represents the middle value of the data set. Median of group data is the data that is continuous and it is in the form of frequency distribution. Median is midmost value of the given data that separates the higher half of the data from the lower half. The middle value of the given data will be in some class interval. So it is necessary to find the value inside the class interval that divide the whole distribution into two halves. So the median class for the data is 80 to 89 and the lower class boundary is equal to 80. The class size is equal to 10. So we insert this data in the formula, we get the answer is 80.4. Therefore, the median for labor force by age in group 1982 to 219 was 80.4. For mode is the value that has the highest frequency in a data set. The mode is not affected by the extreme values. The mode is easy to identify in a data set in a discrete frequency distribution. The modal class is 80 to 89 and the lower class boundary is equal to 80. The class size is equal to 10. We insert the number into the formula and we got the answer for mode is 16. Therefore, the mode for labor force by age in group in para 1982 to 2019 was 16.
Hello, my name is Esmeralda Aliara Jaharin and my number metric H21A2039. And for the next one is measure of variation. Measure of variation describes the width of a distribution. They define how spread out the value are in a data set. A measure of variation is some parameter attempt to describe the amount of variation between random variable. And for the range is simplest measure of variation. The range of a data set is different between maximum and minimum data entries in the set. For the range formula, as maximum data entry minus minimum data entry. The average of range 99 minus 30, which will be equal 69. Therefore, the range of labor force by age group in para from 1982 until 2019 is 69. For the variance tell degree of spread in a data set. The more spread the data, the larger the variance is in relation to the mean. Variance is average square difference of value from the mean. Then the standard deviation is calculated by taking the square root of a variance. For the solution, S2 equal 1 per 70 minus 1, 301967.5 minus 1905 3225 per 70, and after you calculate all of it, you will get the answer 431.57. And for the standard deviation, S equal 431.57 power 2 will be equal 20.77. Therefore, the sample variance is about 431.57 and the sample standard deviation is about 20.77. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif Daniel bin Samion and my metric number is H21A2174. Today I will present about the measure of position. Number 1, to find the location of Q1 and Q3, we use the formula and divide 4 and 3 and divide 4. For Q1 70, divide 4 equal to 17.5 and class interval is 30.0 to 39.0. Next, Q3 is 3 multiple 70 divided by 4 equals to 52.5 and the class interval is 70.0 to 79.0. Besides, to find the value of Q1 and Q3, Q1 is 39.5 plus in bracket 70.5 minus 12 divided 12 and multiple 10 equals to 43.25. Q3 is 3 multiple 17 divided by 4 equals to 52.5, and the class interval is 70.0 to 79.0. Besides, to find the value of Q1 and Q3, Q1 is 39.5 plus in bracket 17.5 minus 12 divided 12 and multiple 10 equals to 43.25. For Q3 is 79.5 plus in bracket 52.5 minus 48 divided 15 multiple 10 equals to 82.5. So to find the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, which is 82.5 minus 43.25 equals to 39.25. Next, we move to shape of data distribution. The shape is non-symmetric. It is because when the mean, median, and mode are not equal.
Hi, my name is Floriani Somyun and my metric number is H21A2051. Now we move to part B. Firstly, for the introduction to the data and variables involved. So this is the one set of data that have independent variables and dependent variables that we got, which is the independent variables in this data is total vaccinated with last dose of primary series per 100 population. Meanwhile, the dependent variable is person fully vaccinated with last dose of primary series per 100 population. Secondly, we only choose 35 data from the database, which is n equal 35. Next, for the person-product moment correlation coefficient. We use this formula to find the correlation, and the result that we got is very strong positive correlation at 0.9254 between X and Y. And lastly, for sample linear regression, to estimate regression equation, which is Y equal B0 plus B1X, we should find the B0 and B1 first. So for the B0, we use this formula, and the answer that we got is B0 equal 29.02. And meanwhile, for the B1, after we use the formula given, the answer that we got is B1 equal 0.21. And finally, the regression equation for this data is Y equal 29.02 plus 0.21x. Thank you.